Hey there, Silver Tongue Devil here, and today we're going to be introducing you to Sweet Surrender. Now, this game's been out a while, it's had loads and loads of updates. The most recent one we're going to be playing today. I've been lucky enough to get onto the beta, so I'm going to be showing off some of the newer things that are coming up very soon. We've got a couple of devs in the chat. They will make their presence known. They are the admins within this chat. The only other thing as well is, as long as you are subscribed and are able to hit the robot emoji on command in the chat, you'll be entered into a draw when I say so. So wait for that. We're going to look at doing the first draw in about 20 minutes from now. So let's have a look at the tutorial and we'll take it from there. So, what is this game? This is a sci-fi rogue-like or light, probably rogue-lite, I think. It's procedurally generated, and by that I mean properly procedurally generated. Areas will be the same throughout the level, but they will all be randomly mixed, and there is a lot of them. It's a sci-fi shooter. Our dude is up against robots. Simple as that. Infinite ammunition. Point and down reloads. Normal hits. And headshots for your crits. But it depends on the enemy. Movement done on the locomotion stick on the left. And it will track based on head. These little teleport platforms will put us straight up with no messing about. There we go. And we've also got, hey K2, we've also got the ability to teleport, which if you are a cheesy exploiter like me, you will use to its utmost. Let's grenade this guy. We've got the ability as well, that's probably a good point, to store all of these goodies. This is only the tutorial, so we're not taking any of this stuff with us. The throw mechanic, it's not too bad, actually. I know usually a lot of VR games tend to get it quite wrong, but especially in this latest one, it seems to be a little bit more on point. Now, they also have an alert status within this. Oh, it's all about the headshots, Camille. They also have an alert status. Now, this is something, I've been playing this game for quite a while now, and this is something that I've actually only just realized in this game, is that there's a bit of a stealth mechanic amongst all of this as well, and it's a lot of fun. We've got the ability to holster one pistol or another on the other side. We can take this guy's as well. So now we've got two. Our Bloods of the Lambs, ID you faithful. Don't need all of those. That one can go over there. Let's carry on with the tutorial and then we'll get back into the proper game. These are just the standard handguns. Loot, glorious loot. And secrets, just like the old Zelda and Link games, if you remember those, which I am old enough to do so. So herein lies what I think is easily one of the best mechanics in this entire game, is the ability to upgrade your character on the fly. You have chip upgrades on both hands, and you can put the chips into those and they will work on the corresponding hand. So something like this, increase your maximum toughness, just increases your life cap. We've got loads already. I don't think this will actually increase it. Oh, there it does. Pop that in there and we are now permanently upgraded for our run. Well, I've got the aiming down quite well. Depending on how fast I'm going, you'll see that there's a lot of micro adjustments that you can make. Aiming down sight with these is actually surprisingly accurate. For me, it's a little low, so it's usually pretty good. I will say the hitboxes on the head are pretty good. That's our loot. Yeah, there are lots of secrets. You will find all sorts of stuff hidden all over the place. I don't know if we can move that one. No, we can't move that one. You will find lots and lots of bits and pieces hidden all over the place. Now, those cogs that I just picked up, denoted at the bottom there, that's what we spend to get stuff at various junctures, usually at the end of the level. So this one allows us to expand our gun clip by 25 shots, by 25% rather, and this one does the same, and they're going to cost us 11. So you'll note 8 in the clip at the moment. Pop that in, reload, and now we've got a 10 clip. These upgrades, now if you are into your power fantasy games, this ain't no underdog game. You can become very powerful very quickly, and it's very cool. So let's have a look at the next room. Things and stuff and all the loot. So it doesn't have to be all headshots. And it can be, the one thing that I do like about this as well, is it can be as quick or as slow and methodical as you like. Yes, I could use that to block shots if I wanted to. No, you can't rebuild them. Yeah, this is definitely your power trip game. However, there is a particularly hard mode on it where it just takes all of that away. So you just stay away from that. There's a couple of ways that you can change the teleporting as well. I've got it on accelerated descent. There's one that just teleports you instantly, and there's another one that keeps you at a constant speed. So this is another dev team that really cares about your experience within the game, regardless of your VR legs. This game also has, which I'll show in just a moment, a facility that I think every VR game should have within the settings as far as your comfort options are concerned. You've got your vignettes, the fall down types that I was just talking about, smooth and snap, various bits and pieces, smooth turning, slow to fast, all the different bits and pieces that you need. Yes, it does have teleporting. Teleporting is really overpowered in this game. It's you want to do your speed runs, you want to do your fast and frantic plays, teleporting is definitely where it's at. There's a class system. We'll touch on that later. For now, what we'll do, we are in this is our home. Now, I've got some things unlocked, which allows me to, this dude has been doing some great work for me, but he's now finished, hence why he's relaxing. He's on our side for now, which opens up quick skips to the various zones that are within the game. So you can go directly to whatever zone that you want to, at any time that you want to. This is not an infinite cycle game like some others that we know of, but there's still a decent amount of content and many, many playthroughs. Now, through here is my weapon room. And I've got a lovely gun rack, which we'll investigate later, and lots and lots and lots of upgrades, and a gun range that we can play with. We'll get to all of that later, but let me show you the game loop, because this is the guts of it. You also get lots of collectibles, lots of trophies denoting your achievements, and lots of bits and pieces. The meta progression, i.e. what you do within the game, making you more powerful as you go along, is in there for you to practice with, and also is within the class system. As you play the classes, you unlock more starting items for the classes, which then allows you to get the build that you want. Remember I said about overpower? Yeah. You can get some really overpowered builds, and it's so good. So we're going to go up to the first level. We could press it with our hand. However, being able to stab these buttons with your gun, much more effective. Quite a lot, actually, Camille, and it's a good question. If you are taking it slow and carefully, which you should be when you're unlocking things and getting all the bits and pieces, it can take you, I'd say, a good 45 minutes per zone. When you get to the speed running point, I've been able to go through this game by absolutely abusing the teleport and the stealth mechanics, which is actually a lot of fun. In about 20, if you play the hard mode, explosive bullets are an absolute double-edged sword. They can be the greatest gift or an absolute nightmare to end your run. But yeah, there is a lot of content here, and the hard mode is hard. So you'll also see that we've got our map. So you'll never lose your direction or which way you're supposed to be going in this game, because you can literally just flick up the map on your wrist and you can find out where you are. And this works on a room system. We didn't like that barrel, did he? So anything that is robot-like is against us, for the most part. Now we'll just start blasting, because that's what we're going to do. There are various traps. We want to stay away from them. There is loot. Loot! Love a bit of loot. There is some difficulty to it. These guys have their critical spot there as opposed to the head, because they don't have a head. So if you can hit that shot, you can put them down fast. But these guys don't come at you so fast. Hello, Sean. More loot. Quite happily push these boxes around. You'd think, like, why are you bothering doing that? These devs hide things. I've found them. They hide things around, underneath, all over the show, so you've got to check. A lot of the traps can be set off with a simple shot. You've got to stay out of the radius of them. They will hurt enemies. Another thing that I saw today, which was quite funny as well, is the enemies can actually hurt each other, which is absolutely hilarious. So that's that area done. One thing to note, if you fire a shot or if you shoot at if you fire a shot, you will alert the enemies in the square, in the room that you are in. The doors lock down until you have finished the area. However, as I'm hoping to show, hello VR faffing, as I'm hoping to show, if you can be a little stealthy, don't like those spider bots are an absolute nightmare. But if you can be, we've already alerted something, hence why it says clear room first. We could leave it, but we're not going to. You'll see just how fast I can zip around with the teleport. Now, I've put a lot of time into this game. You do not need to go this fast. Loot! Gotta find them all, gotta collect them all, because you want those upgrades at the end of the level. The various upgrades have various rarities going on them as well, with enhanced, expanded, and then special abilities. I think one of my favorite features about this is with the combinations that you can get on your wrists as far as upgrades are concerned, you can keep any gun relevant. You can keep any gun working, even to the later levels. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to do any stealth just yet. Loot monster indeed. Oh, teleport's so good. Loot! You get rewarded for exploring in this game, and it is so good. So, firepower. This is the lightest one that we can have. Now, remember that... Oh, we'll just stow that a second. We'll talk about the shotgun in a moment. Now, remember that these go into our arm slots. Where we put them denotes what gun they affect, unless they are a passive effect that, say, increases our health or gives us regenerative capabilities. So this one, there are bosses in this game. This one has a slightly enhanced firepower. This one does not. However, this is two-handed, which then takes advantage of all four. we like medium gears. Just a quick check. You've got to check. Because they will hide stuff. And there are some absolutely fantastic builds that you can come up with this as well. Now, this one's actually one that I'm going to test a little bit live on stream. If I'm right, but I can test, I haven't so far. I've always assumed that this either affects accuracy of the enemies, or, this is a question for Nick actually, does this affect accuracy of the enemies or how quickly they detect you? I think it's how quickly they detect you. But that's a passive, so their radars are slightly jammed. We also have the shield. Now this would store normally in our items, so we can carry that in addition. And it makes a very cool addition for any sidearm. Hello, Dave. Yeah, I have been banging on about this one for a while. It is very good. You better believe we'll be taking these. We'll use the shotgun for a little bit, and then we'll try the pistol shield combo. All boxes can be solved if they become a problem as well. So I think we're about ready to go into the next room. This game, although it's easy, no, it's not easy. Although this game can be slow-paced, it will kill you if you're stupid. If you jump into the lava, insta-death. Yeah, the shield is one of the ones I wish it had some sort of upgrade to allow it, but it is still a very viable build. You'll see it go from blue to white, and then it goes to an orange, and then a darker orange, and then it'll deactivate. So you can only have it for so long, and then it's got to charge back up again. So you can't just wander around with your shield on all the time. It is very cool though, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. Excuse me, Boxy. Steady. Yeah, there'll be. I'm still concerned as to how much I want to show this game, because obviously I can go all the way to the end. But if any of you guys are interested in picking this up, I want to leave, a little something for you. That's a mystery, so to speak. So we're not going to be able to stealth that guy. We're going to have to deal with these. So we might be a good example, because these guys aren't going to track us. Bounce the shots back at our enemies, but every time that shield, it's got a time to collapse, and also when it gets shot. Hello, John. He's back. In his alter ego. Check 'em all. You jump in there, you're dead. As it should be. If you're going to go off of the edge, and it won't stop you either. If you're going to go off the edge, you're dead. It's it's a punishing mechanic. As if you are careful and you are clever, these things aren't an issue. But on. Now, the first, I will be given some tips and tricks. Like if you fall down there, done, dead. Start your run again, which I like. So, at these green areas, this is your lift up to the next section, and there are 3 sections per level, bar the last one, I think, because the third one includes the final boss. But these green sections are where you are heading for. on some levels, you will have multiple green sections. You can visit each of them because each of them have the equivalent of a shop. And there are another room which could have some tasty little bits of cogs lying around the place. Not this one, unfortunately. We can buy things like grenades, healing stims, which we've already got a couple of, but we haven't lost any life yet. Most importantly, we can get ourselves some upgrades. So this one's going to increase our health a little bit, which I'm not really too bothered about that one. This one I'll have because it's cheap. Now we will pop that one in there so it all works on our pistol. The radar jammer is passive, so we'll pop that in that one, as in it doesn't matter what slot that's in, it has an effect on the game. So now we're a little bit more deadly with this one, and we've got a little bit more ammunition. So let's have a look at the next level, shall we? Another thing that's quite cool on this as well, anything that you have in your hands when you go up in an elevator, to make sure that you don't lose it on transit, because I've had that happen in games as well, as it pops all of those items that you haven't got holstered or what have you at the beginning of the level for you to re-pick up again, which is a lovely little touch. And this is new to the beta, our first little upgrade that the game's getting. This one's been on their development cycle for a little bit, and they've implemented it now, so we can now save and quit at the start of any level, and I believe we can just come back to it at any point as well and save and quit. I'm used to, when I start a game, having to finish it, which isn't bad because I've played enough now that I can get through a game in under an hour, I would imagine, on the easier modes. We need firepower here. See those red numbers coming off of them? That denotes critical hits, so that those ones hit. That little eyeball. I mean, I'd rather take some more health with me, if I'm honest. Might come back for you. Let's see how we do. You can crawl under it if you want to, but I mean, you know, free bullets, as many as you like. We will have a quick look around though, because they do like to hide cogs around the place. Any under you? No. Ah, well, never mind. Yes, I've tried putting these back together. Doesn't work. You're going to be a problem. So one of the other cool things, or possibly cool things, depending on how you like it or not, there's actually some contact with things. You can use it to rest on, but it can also get in your way if you're not prepped. The enemies do not respawn in the level. Once you've taken them out, you'll see that I've got to clear this room, or once the robots lose interest before I can go to another. However, there are enemies that spawn other enemies, and they can be a nightmare. There's no full damage either, so you can jump about all you like. Woo! You almost had my lunch. These also, the enemies also, drop various bits and pieces as well. So, you know how we said we've got slightly more damage and a slightly more expanded magazine. Now, why would we have expanded magazine for a single shot shotgun? Well, because one pump, 2 shots. Again, this is another detail that they've put in, and I really like it. So, if I took the expanded magazine off of this, 1 pump, 1 shot. If I put the expanded magazine on, 1 pump, 2 shots. And it's the little things like that that can make even the starting shotgun, if you level it up with the right, if you like upgrade right, can make them very viable. But we'll put the extra damage in on that hand, and now this has 2 shots and does even more damage. Where we go next? see if I can show off a little bit of stealth. Hey, buddy. And because I've done that quietly, those guys around there have no idea that I'm here. So I could leave this room if I wanted to. Again, as I said, these are all mechanics that I've recently discovered. So we could go something like that. Now, these ones, anything that has a low chance, they will stack to give you increased chance. But that's only the first level of this, and it's green, which means that it's a common item. Stunning enemies in this game is hugely effective. I think we'll actually pop that on. There we go. Now, with this new update, and this is something that I will look at a little bit later on, we now have access to the sewers. The sewers in this game are, for you IDU faithful, they're bordering, it's not as bad as a pit, but there's harder enemies down there and decent rewards as well. So we'll leave the sewer exploration for a little longer when we've got a class. Oh, bye-bye, shotgun! Well, we don't have to bye-bye shotgun. We'll keep it for later. So you have one here, the ability to store up to 4 items, plus carry, and we've got a back slot as well. Now, this one used to look exactly the same as this one, but the team's given it, at Salmi Games, they've given it a lot of love, and it looks, to me, just like the Robocop gun, and it fires the same way as well, or Judge Dredd, depending on what you're into. So that's a great gun. I'll have a couple of those all day. And again, with the right upgrades, guns like this, you can be carrying all the way through the game. So it depends on how you are building yourself with these chips as you go through various effects, and there's a lot of them. Let's go and have a look at this room first. I might be able to be a bit sneakier here. Yes, there is a zipline mechanic in the game. Guns, upgrades, health, grenades, and upgrades. Hello, Marcus. So here is... Oh yeah, but it's triple shot, baby. Desert Eagle E? Yeah, no, I'll give you that. But it's triple shot. Lovely. It's just like Robocop's gun. So that is going to give us a vampiric ability, which I think is worth having. These aren't batteries, these are health. So you'll see that I'm missing a little bit of health. One of these, without any upgrades, stuck into myself, will heal a full one of those. And then we just simply chuck away the empties. And that allows us to take the grenades. Now, I usually reserve the grenades for the secrets in the game. You can faff while zipping down the zip line, definitely. So let's try and be a little stealthier here. He has almost seen us. Now, because we dealt with him silently, we might not have triggered the rest. No, we didn't. I think that's all of them. So you'll see there's plenty of health as well. But let's go and start going for loot. Let's start going for a bit of a vampiric build. So by that, I mean that as we are doing damage to the enemies, you're getting your health back. Oh, I know. So yeah, this maneuver is like a teleport-style-y leap sort of thing. Oh, have we seen a battery yet? I think that, see, I know what the batteries are for, and I know Nick knows what the batteries are for, but I don't know, you guys don't, and I don't think we've seen a battery yet. These are heals, but there are batteries in the game. If someone's asking in the chat because they've come across them in the game, then fair enough. Have a look at the Discord. Plenty of people will tell you exactly what it is. But yeah, as Nick said, take it as far as you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to abandon, mainly using this one. So I'd say we go, because we've got plenty of ammunition, and I will pop that one. You know what? It's only 25%. We don't need that one. So now what happens, you'll see we do slightly more damage, and we heal a small amount for each damage dealt. Again, that's only level 1, and there are various levels as you go through things. Various levels of upgrades for these things. So we can rely less on having to carry health, and we can carry other things like batteries. Even more health if we want it there. But it's only the first level. We're being pretty gifted. Oh, loot. More gears. It's probably going to be our lot for in here. Nothing under there. Let's see what we've got upgrade-wise. Yeah, don't need to increase accuracy. I'm accurate enough. Health stims plus slightly more health. Don't need those either. Yeah, I think a giveaway's in order. I think people have grin and bared with me so long that we should get something going. So right, for those of you that have looked in the chat and seen the description of what I want you to do for this, this is so Nick or Cheerio can gather you all together. So if you would all like to go into the little emoji slot and find the robot emoji, you can do that by typing into search robot, find it, post it. I will ignore all of what's going to go on in my ears for just a moment, and I'll give you guys like a good minute to get those in. There we go, there's the first robot face. So get those robot faces in, just the one, that's all we need. See, I do question whether this was a great idea or not, because now I have the most drabbest woman telling me robot face directly into my skull. Over and over again, which is good, because then that means there's lots of you entering, which is good stuff. So yeah, for anyone just joining now, if you want to be part of the giveaway, you will need to have been subscribed for a couple of minutes. Pop in a robot face. That'll get you in the draw. I'll try and make sure as many of you are in it before. Right. You have until I clear this room. Now you'll see these ones. Oh, sneaky robot. You have until I clear this room. Or until I'm out. But of course I'm going to have a play with stuff. Grapple gun. I've heard a lot of robot faces. Whoever just entered, quickly put a robot face in. Emoji or robot face, so you're in the giveaway. I haven't left the room yet. Hello, Cobalt. Oh, it was Cobalt. Yeah, you can't go in the giveaway. So just hit emoji, and in the search, look for robot. Put robot, you'll see a little robot, and then you can throw it in. Okay, you have until I've cleared this one. Now Now you'll see that I've taken a little bit of damage here, but because we've got a vampiric effect on our gun, we've got our life back. Yay! Kay got our robot in. Right, happy days. The grapple is so good. Cool, right. End it there then, Nick, and count them up and pick us a winner, if you would, please. And yes, you could crush an enemy with that. Fun with boxes. I could sit here all day. But we've got things to do, people. Another thing that I think is quite cool as well is a lot of things are pick-upable. You can't pick up a lot of the boxes. You don't really need to. But for instance, these dead traps, you can pick that up. You can block bullets with that if you didn't have a shield. Sorry, Anu, are there any what weapons? New weapons. It depends on the last time you played. Hello, double grapple. Whee! So this would be what you would do for your speed run if you really wanted to. They're very good. I will just take the one though. 2 grapple guns. It's a bit overkill, but they are cool. They're very easy to use as well. Literally point at the surface that you want to go to. As long as it's valid, it'll hold, and then it'll tell you, pull back. Very simple and easy mechanic, but if you hit something that can be pulled, exactly. This is the rifle. Short amount in the chamber. Very powerful though. Lacks the sights that you would want for a sniper, but that's because it's a rifle. Snipers are later. One of the things that is quite cool as well is one of the... Yes, grapple plus wrench is amazing. Yes, grapple plus wrench, if I get the opportunity, we will play around with later on. But yeah, I do like to keep a grapple because there are certain places that you only seem to be able to access. Again, this is a beta, and there are, in the sewers, some areas that you can't get out of at the moment, which a good beta tester would take a grapple gun with them, right? Of course they would. So yeah. But yeah, being able to pull things to and fro is just cool. But you can also do it on weapons. Go on then, Nick. Right, so just before Nick announces, or as Nick's announcing the winner, all you need to do is contact Cheerio on the Discord. For him to be able to do that, we need to know what your Discord name is within the chat. There you go, Nick's saying it all now. Oh, I think we were done. Hello, Rainbow. You just missed the robot face, but I love the enthusiasm. We're going to do another giveaway in about 40 minutes or so. So, if you haven't already got the game. So, let's take a look at the next area. We've got ourselves a shiny rifle, and we've also got our shotgun on our back still as well. Yeah, as I was saying, one of the classes, the sniper class, when you have that fully unlocked, you can start the game with the grapple. It's very good. So as far as those that think that this may be a little nauseating, I'm playing quite quickly. and I've got the walking on quite fast as well. You can tailor all of these to where you want to, and you can also put a vignette on. You can go light with the vignette. I'll actually show you. You can go light with the vignette, which you won't really see much, but it is definitely around the outside. You might be able to see it a little more. You can also go strong, which you can see that closing in around the outside. Now, it's not as strong as some of the filters that I've used or some of the vignettes that I've used in the past. I don't think it needs to be. It's about as good as it needs to be, I think. When I first started playing VR games, movement really used to throw me. It was games like Until You Fall that had one of these vignettes, and I used that for a very long time and slowly lowered it. But this has the whole makings of that as well. You've got a strong vignette. When you're getting comfortable with that, you move to a light vignette, and then you can pop it off. And then, yeah, you can change a lot of the speeds and a lot of the bits and pieces. There is an entire set of options for your comfort. Make sure you use them. So, on. Oh, missed. Ah, I'll get it. Don't worry, I'll get it. That's a box. That's also a box. Come on, streamer, aim. Yes, that counts. Excellent. See what I did there? I brought the mountain to the molehill. Right, so let's see how this rifle works out for us. Oh, loot. And he hasn't seen this yet. Hey, fella. So you'll hear I'm actually taking some hits because the vampire is strong with us. We've got all of that health back that we lost. We only took a little bit of hits. The one thing that I will say is in the later levels, you can die so fast in this. There's also one particular upgrade that, is the double-edged sword that turns all of your bullets into explosive bullets, which makes you stupidly powerful. But the 1 minute a box gets in your way and you hit it, you're dead. Yeah, I mean, I like this game. What can I say? You don't have to do all of this messing around with the grapple gun, but I think it shows off the mechanic rather nicely. Oh, I know we've got some board gamers in the chat. Check it out. Table flip! There we go. That's what you wanted to see, wasn't it? So your table flip fantasies can be relived within Sweet Surrender. I know it's an important factor to some of you. Can't get up there. There is a configuration where you can. Now we best check. Because they do like... See, they do like hiding them. Haven't found any in these, to be honest. Now, that little thing... Oh, it's gone through the wall. Can we get it back? Yes, we can. Now, I don't want to tell you exactly what that does, but reading the description, fuel cell in good condition can be used to power large vehicles. I'm not saying any more. Ooh, new guns. The rifle is very good. It's a very powerful weapon, and it's got a decent amount of precision. It uses the same reload system as the other guns. You'll see that they've included a lot of animations they didn't really need to in this as well. A lot of love has gone into the design of these guns. Let's see, empty, reload, all reloaded, lovely. The sniper rifle, actually, when you grab it two-handed, not only is it probably one of the most shot-for-shot, most powerful guns in the game, but you also get a scope coming up with it as well, which is very cool. It's... Okay, Sean, let me make it simple for you. It's... IDU Light would be doing it injustice. It's IDU Medium, but with guns and in the future. And instead of monks, it's robots. And instead of knights, it's more robots. Simple as that. We won't take that with us. Oh, new guns. So we could have the crummy old shotgun. Or... shotgun's all the way over there. Don't have to go and get that. Oh, it won't let me take it out of that. So, this is the precision shotgun. So, it is a... if I remember rightly, it's a little less powerful, but the spread is a lot less. But we'll have to play around with those sort of things later. But yeah, a little bit more precise. And then we've also got the sniper rifle. So, looks like a standard gun as you go in. These ones follow a different reloading procedure in that they reload over time. So, one shot and then you've got to reload. But if you double grip it, you get the scope for a little bit more precision on the aiming. I think we'll have to play around with that one next. I know you like the rifle, Camille, but I'm going to go shotgun sniper. Why not, eh? Save that for a little bit later. Let's go! Oh, forgot about that one. So this one is just your standard pistol, but you've got the laser and the targeting on it, which makes your accuracy much easier. But we won't take that one because I like that one. We'll try some sniping in a bit. Oh, you like that sniper rifle? You'll love the other one. So, SMGs as well. One of the things that is very cool and why I said that a lot of guns are viable at a lot of stages of this. So this is the SMG. Fired one hand, it's actually not too bad on the recoil side of things. Fired two hands, basically a Tommy gun. You can quite happily wield two of these, kinda. Later on in the game, you get various strength upgrades. So there's an LMG in this game, and those of you who know me personally will know that I am a big LMG fan. This is one of the few games where you can have two LMGs and fire them very accurately, and I will show that later on because we've got somewhere where we can test all of this glorious nonsense. Right, let's just make sure we've got everything. Is this any good to us? Explosion impact's good, but not for us because we're not using explosives. Let's go. Now, if we get some range on them, I'll use that shotgun. Doesn't look like it. Little Uzi there. I won't test that. Ooh. I won't test that just yet. We'll come back for that in a minute. Right, so let's start this room off correctly. Didn't need to do that. Followed my own grenade up. So, you could take rooms like that, if you wanted to. Oh, there it is. Oh. I, again, as people that play with me know, I love to try and keep the immersion at maximum by having hold to grip. So when I let go of the grips, you drop the guns. It can be a bit taxing on the old hands, but it's the way I've always played. I love playing that way. And it means that your faffs... your gun faffs in VR are accentuated to ridiculous levels, which is obviously always amusing for you guys. a sniper then. Look for loot. Don't shoot those. They are explosive, just like they look like. Here's a question, Nick. What's that noise? Because I don't seem to be able to track it down or get any closer. Sounds like it's up there, but if you get close enough, it disappears sometimes. What's up there? SMG's great, and there's a heavy version later on as well. Can we go? Come up there. I've never had a grapple. Or played around with the grapple this much. Right. On. Now, in true looter shooter tradition, the exit's over there, so we want to go this way because there might be loot in there. Hey, look, that's a little personal, all right? Don't tell them about my gun faffing is not extraordinary. However, my memory, as some of you will know, is absolutely shocking. Like, for instance, I remember that there is an Uzi that way and that I'm supposed to show it off at some point. I can't remember exactly where it is, so it should be a lot of fun going back and trying to find it. Come on, pump. Oh, that's perfect for the sniper rifle. Completely forgot about it already. Just in case you were wondering, call that lift down on top of yourself, you will crush yourself. Woo! Sneaky robots. Here's something that's killed me before. These are reflective surfaces. That will hurt you. And have all the status effects on you as well, which is quite funny. Right, on with the mission. I'll try and remember to use that sniper rifle. Now, back here, up there, maybe. Yeah. How it pains me to get rid of this. I do love this gun. 2 of these is just epic, but in the interest of showing them off. Very handy little gun. The the Grenadier starts off with that. Little short in the clip, but again, all of these guns can become relevant, reliable, and even really good based on the upgrades that you get later on. But of course, the not as powerful weapons don't get offered to you as much in the later stages. That's where the next level of guns comes in. So this way. Now, if I'm right, this is the first boss. Now, I'm fairly well practiced at this. These things regenerate. At this level, we can afford to take on the boss because we're reasonably powerful without having to worry about these things. At later levels, you have to deal with them before you even deal with anything else. Now, we should. I don't know why he doesn't notice me, but it's good. Now, top tip for anybody who's playing this on the later levels, one of the things that I found that you can do is you can sneak over here, you can take this regenerative thing, you don't have to shoot. Oh, well, that didn't work. That's the first boss. I made it look very easy because of awesome precision shotgun. What I should have shown you is that you can do this. There's not a lot of games that allow you to throw your problems into the lava. Although don't push them with your weapons, kids. That's dangerous. That one did hurt because it made contact with my weapon. Again, you could, if you were so inclined, take this with you and use it as a shield. Yes, it will stop bullets. Yes, I have tested. Right. Level 1 complete. Now, I know I made that boss look quite simple. He's not too difficult. It's only the first level. It's only the first boss. We will have a quick look at the next level. So this one's actually a really good one for your, if you're, you know, want to really embrace your inner looter. You can start healing yourself based on the gears that you pick up, and you get a decent amount of health back with these. These would also stack with other items that increase your general overall healing, which is also very cool. Bear with me a sec. I'm going to grab a drink of water before we go on to the next one. Right then. Let's go. So what I figure is we'll have a little look around the next level. Now, one of the things that I have done with this game, and something that I think is very noteworthy of this, I've had to turn it down a bit because as loud as I am, the music is at a reasonable level. The music in this game is awesome. It changes based on whether you are sneaking around and being and just moving through the levels, or whether you have alerted things. All of the music is fantastic, and it all follows a very similar theme, and then they change it a little bit in the different levels. Like this, I think it's this one, has like a little bit of an oriental twang to the original music that we heard in the first level. So this is slums? Better check, better get these things right. Yeah, we've come from the mines, we're now in the slums. There's another couple of levels after this. It gets a lot harder. A lot harder. Could it be? Could I have remembered? Yes, I have. Better not miss this shot. Don't move. Come on. If those drop on you, they can quite easily kill you in one. I know this because it's happened to me many times. So now that the enemies are getting a little bit more advanced, they're starting to drop a little bit more advanced weaponry, and they will use it on you as well, and it does really hurt. Still got to trust the grapple gun at least. Can I get cogs with it? Tell me I can get cogs. Well, kinda. Ah, I can't reel in the cogs. To be fair, if anything, I'm just going to end up losing that. Uh-oh. Ha. Loot! We might have lost something else. Well, we just have to take the precision shotgun. That Uzi is long gone, but I will have the sidearm. Actually, no, we don't need it. Let's go. So we'll do the rest of this level. I will die, and then I will show off. I can actually show off a hell of a lot of this game, because I've got a lot of it unlocked. Now, as long as that guy's exclamation mark doesn't fill up all the way, we are still silent. And as long as you hit him in the head, and again, as I said, I've only recently discovered these things, but as long as you swipe him in the head, you will remain in stealth. Something else that's quite cool that you can do. You can't use the grapple gun to get up there though, because that counts as a shot and you are then not stealthed. So let's hope we can get up there without this guy seeing us. There he is. Oh, there's two of them. Now if I were to go, I'll have that. There you go, problem solved. You can just take the guns off of enemies before they can even shoot them. The areas in this game just get better and better looking the further you go through, and more complex. The slums definitely adds a level of verticality to the game, which is where the grappling hook can be really useful. I mean, not for pulling chairs around the place. So 2 hits, over 2 blocks of life from a turret that I was not paying attention to. You can die very quickly, let me believe that. But if you're overpowered, so do they. Now, I know everyone in the Discord absolutely loves this thing because it wrecks. I'm gonna have to make some decisions. I like the sniper rifle, but there's better. Let's test the revolver out. So this is literally a one-shot, but extremely powerful. Yeah, extremely powerful. You gotta be accurate. There's no two-hand gripping the single weapons. To be fair, you don't need to. None of the single-hander ones really have that level of accuracy. But again, with the revolver, you can stack it up so that that then has more ammunition between reloads. It's supposed to be a one-shot, but so are the shotguns with each pump. And so you find a weapon that you really like. There's lots that you can do to make it work, except grenade launchers. It's almost like it's on demand. Oh, grenade launcher, how far we have come together and how often you have killed me. And there's much worse ones than these. So this is literally, as it says, it will fire the grenades that you can get about your person in the game. Again, you could upgrade this with increased damage, increased hit, more ammunition per reload. Yeah, revolvers. I've seen some people putting builds together that is able to spoil the boss, but is able to put the boss down pretty fast. This is going to get me killed. I mean, to be fair, I said that I was going to go back into the hub and we were going to have a look at the various upgrades and weapons of the game and the classes before we continue. So let's show you just how easy I can die. So that's a great one, combined with other things that allow you to stun enemies. And that one's just death for them, but also quicker death for me. So that's going on. Health siphon. Well, if we're trying to die, we don't need that anymore. And that is literally your upgrade system. I have replaced it with something that I don't want. Take care when you are putting these things on the first time, because you can't remove them. You need to have another one to do so, but you can interchange and switch them as much as you like. Right. Let's go seek our death. The grenade launcher one has got some specific ones that apply to all explosives. So you'll see increase the damage of all explosions by 100%. So because that is basically a passive effect and not locked to the hand that you're using it in, if I was firing that one-handed, that could be there and still take effect of it. So you could have 2 grenade launchers and many 100% damages in both hands, depending on how quick you want to kill yourself. Right. On. Where are we going? Why are you doing this to me? I do love the LMG. I mean, we are supposed to be dying, but this could turn into a great run. Loot. So yeah, the LMG is a very cool weapon. Excellent fire rate, lots of damage. You do have to hold it down to recharge it. The ammunition capacity increases for this one are particularly great. In the weapons testing room, I've had this up to 600 ammunition in the barrel because these devs can do their calculations correctly. It's fucking awesome. Right. We're going to need that grenade launcher there if we want to kill ourselves, aren't we? We'll take it with us just in case we don't die. Oops. Bye-bye, shotgun. Faithful, trusty shotgun. So, this is where it all goes wrong. LMG is my favourite all day. Why am I being ridiculously accurate with these things? Normally it's that. Oh, you. Yeah, those ones are a problem. And there you go. Dead. Start again. Killed by a grapple bot. Now, come on, devs. That was clearly a grenade. Don't credit the grapple bot with that. They never kill anybody. So, yeah, that's the basics, the very basics of the game loop that you are entering in within this game. So, let us go back to the hub and we'll have a look at some of the other things that we can do. So you've got the Rebel, which is what I was playing as, which is just standard. You start off with nothing, but you upgrade as you go along. That's the first class that you get. You'll then unlock other classes. The Lunatic is our hard mode. You start off with an extra gun and everything's got so much more life and does so much more damage, it is unreal. The Medic is a really good class to learn with, because you get, well, his survivability is his strong point. Although he takes a knock in the amount of critical damage that you can do, and he's a little slower. You know what, Nick? I don't know if I want to promote that behaviour. Celebrate my death. I mean, that's just disgusting. But he does have a good point. Everyone likes to see failure, right? So, yeah, go on then. Give me some robots in the chat. Let's get another key given away. Robot emojis in the chat if you want a key, please. So, and I'll keep talking about the classes. So, yeah, the Grenadier is very cool. It chased me into the grenade. So the Grenadier side of things, lots of buffs for your explosions. Also, good old road lights. The Grenadier gives you the ability to start off with some weaponry that you wouldn't normally be able to, and has his own gun, which I'll show off a little bit later. And you've also got the Sniper, who is slightly weaker on the HP side of things, but also does more damage on his critical hits. If I remember rightly, the Grenadier doesn't do as much damage on the old critical hits. In fact, I don't know if it's been negated or not. I've definitely had critical hits with them. Anyway, so what we'll have a look at next, I'll give you a little bit of a taster of what these classes get. But when you've got everything unlocked, and there is progression to unlock each of these upgrades, you then are able to start off with some of the things that I'm going to show off in just a moment. You also get some cool wrists as well, which I'll show you also. Make sure you get that robot face in, then we are mid-giveaway and you have until I go into the next room and say stop, I guess. So robot faces in the chat, please, if you haven't already and you'd like to win a free key. So, yeah, you can start off with one from each of these. So, for instance, you could start off with the deflective shield or an increase to your HP. All of these go into your upgrade slots in your arm. So, as a for instance, if I went on this one and went on to that one, and that one, and then I started the game as the Grenadier with all the unlocks, I can just make life a little bit easier for myself with what I can take away straight away into the game. what will... Yeah, I don't want to show off too much, but I'll tell you now that the sniper tree allows you to start the game off with the grappling hook, which is really cool. They've also added a little bit of story to the game as well. You'll pick these up for the first time. I'll leave it up there a little bit so anyone can pause it if they want to and read it. These ones are specifically for the different classes, but as you are playing the different classes, there are also notes from various characters related to those things, and lots of little bits and pieces that you can read. And, which is cool, if you are not into story and you manage to pick one of these up, you can also use it as a shield, which is fantastic. So I'm sure someone will pick that up later. So let's go and have a look. Now, this is one of the things that is being added to the beta. I'll show off. No, it wasn't the fan. Right, have we had plenty of robot faces? Last orders, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'll get Cheerio to pick another winner for us. So here is our weapons rack. Now, these things have been updated and changed for the beta with a couple of other additions as well. There's some extra grenade types. I haven't seen any new weapons yet, but I've seen some new grenade types. There is a new level, which is the sewers. They've obviously added this level of glory to the game. When I was talking about doing this stream and I saw this in the beta, I was like, thank you so much. It's going to make showing off all of the awesome weaponry so much easier. And then I saw this wall. Now, when you collect one of these little upgrade chips, you will get it unlocked here, and it will make a noise to let you know that you've got it. Yeah, robot faces if you haven't already, and give you another 10 seconds. So this is the thing that if Camille's still in the chat, this is what I really love about this game is the broken builds that you can make, you can test in a range to make sure that they would work. So say, for instance, you were wondering, would the leeching effect work with, say, the health siphoning ones, or how many of these mobile malwares do you need to be able to make sure that you stun? And you can check the combinations, and you can put all of these combinations together, and then you can use them with your favorite gun. Right, end it there. Pick one for us, Cheerio, and we'll go from there. So now I get to play around with all the guns as well. So the sniper's good. However, the burst sniper rifle. Now, this is only a holographic variation of the weapon, so if I drop it, it'll go. Obviously, imagine that, but skinned really nice and without all the blue stuff on it. But it's a hologram. We're training. Now, because this has a burst feature, it's basically the sniper rifle, but if I remember rightly, I think it's the same level of power. Oh, what did I take? Oh, overclocking. So it's the same level of power. It shouldn't have that explosion. That's the chip that I took. Hey! Well done, Vaughn. Easily. Being able to mess around with... I better put that away before I forget it. Leave that on the table. Remember. So, for instance, let's say we wanted to do this. Now, what's the problem with LMGs? Now, we can kind of game it a little bit by bringing them down. You can actually game it by doing this. Oh, no, they're holographic ones. If I had real ones, you can actually weigh down one gun with another to keep it straight, but they're holographic, so I can't show that off. But I tested that earlier, and it actually works. So, obviously, this is a problem. We can't be accurate like that, can we? So, there is a gorilla strength. one of these, which, there we are, gorilla strength. So if we were to pop that in that hand, and then let's say, for instance, we wanted another in there. Now when we pick up both LMGs, simple. I am a simple man, simple pleasures. But yeah, so having those gorilla strength basically allow you to dual wield anything that you shouldn't. These are the higher level SMGs. They take a little longer to reload. Very good though. What else have we got? Assault rifle. This is the gun where if you pick it up during a run and you've played a little bit, you should have no excuse. The assault rifle is absolutely, even not with any upgrades on it, is absolutely fantastic. Really accurate and really powerful. What have we not seen from the pistol line? I think we've seen it all. This one is specific. This one is specific to the Grenadier class. Very powerful guns. You can when you've unlocked the Grenadier class, you actually start off with one of these. I haven't seen it as a pickup in the game. I think it is unique to the Grenadier. Very cool. Double Uzi. The gorilla strength as well also controls the recoil, so it's very useful. These ones are particularly good. So you know how Purist works? Well, when you raise these, that red is slow time. These pistols are ridiculous, as in you can raise and fire in slow time as much as you like. And it darkens, if you give it time to recharge, it darkens everything whilst you are doing your slow time. And that does allow you to actually see the pointer a lot easier. And I believe you can hold that out there indefinitely. But yeah, these slow-mo pistols, these are the focus handguns, are fantastic. Again, this is all of the OP stuff that I was telling you about that is like throughout the game, and it's awesome. The last ones that we have are the burst fire shotgun. And that one reloaded. Again, lots of love going into all of these little animations. It didn't need any of that, but it's things that I love about devs that do these VR games right, is it's all of these little details. Like the fact that I didn't even know this game you could be capable of doing like melee classes and stealth properly is really good. The focus pistols, unfortunately, you won't find lying around until the later levels, or, and this is one of the cool things that they've done, is in the sewers, I found one of these, and the sewers are accessible within the first couple of levels. And then there are various grenade types, from leeching grenades, there are some acid grenades and liquid acid grenades that have been added. You've got your cluster bombs. Vaughn, that's your field. I'm still no good at throwing grenades, even though it's much better on these ones. Sticky grenades that you can hurl, they can be nasty. One of the other things that's quite cool as well, might let me do it, let's see if I can pull it off, is you could effectively, and this is probably better with the wrench. Oh dear, it's holographic. I keep forgetting they're holographic. So the guns are real in there. And so, in fact, have I got one? I might do, or did I chuck it? No, I think I chucked it. So, you can quite happily bat things. So, if you were so inclined and you're not very good at throwing grenades, you could activate it, throw it up in the air, and bat it along. Do we need these features? No. Are they cool? Fuck yeah! As I say, all of it having weight and having purpose is really cool. So, lots more explosives. So yeah, we could do silly stuff like that. Really going to town on things like grenade launchers. There, again, remember that this is a beta. There are some things that they're still working out the kinks on, and you know, doing various bits and pieces. But I have actually played a lot of betas, and these guys were very happy for me to show off the beta. And I think it's just because they've done a really good job with the game. They've got solid code. So let's have a little look at the Grenadier. And what we will do is we will take a dive into the sewers on this one. So for anyone who has got the game and is waiting for the sewer upgrade, this is what you will have to look forward to, as well as that weapon rack and all those bits and pieces. You've got some other bits and bobs as well. You can check your wrists as to what's on them. As a general, or the rule that I've found is whatever is first is top, whatever is second is bottom. As long as you remember that, you should be able to dump and switch the right ones. Oh, you better believe we're having that loot. I'll make sure I don't miss it. Plus loot. Yes! That's a really good one this early. Energy guns. You know what? I don't think there are. Hey, I tell you what, you're not wrong. It is the beta, but you wouldn't know it. When we go into the sewers, there's a couple of little things. There's nothing major. It's all just heights of things, really. And it's basically Salmi Games trying to make the sewers as immersive and interactive as possible. Lots of hidden stuff. It's great. Anyway, let's get there. Instead of talking about it, I'll just show you it. You go down, Amon? Nope. Oh, what a mess. So that blue denotes that he got stunned. High chance is 1 down from every time. So, for instance, if I was... Now that I have a... What did we say? Now that I have a high chance to stun machines, if I was to combine that with a low chance, it would move high up to basically definite, which means every shot is a guaranteed stun, which is just ridiculously powerful within this game. But there is a chip that will just allow you to stun on every hit, which is also really good. I don't really want to test stunning myself because I'm trying to get to the sewers. I don't think I can. So it's the game's been out a while, but what I'm playing is the next iteration of the game, and this is the beta of it. Any hidden stuff? No. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, the game's been out for a while. Like other games that most of you in the chat will know, they are pretty constantly updating this one with new stuff. I think I picked up this game as soon as this upgrade system came in. As soon as there was some sort of progression as you were going through the game, that's what keyed me in onto it. I looked at it previously and thought this looks like a great game, but I don't know about the depth. Then they added this, and I was like, yeah, that's me all day. Making myself overpowered as anything is brilliant. Then they've just added more and more and more. More guns, more sorts of bits and pieces. Oh, guess where ATF stole Rage from? Look familiar? So I believe I don't play with those sort of things for the same reason that we don't use Rage and ATF the way that we should, really, because I don't like having a resource that you can only use every now and again and doesn't last very long. I'd rather have something basing my tactics on permanency. Although, again, that revolver with that range boost, you can put some of these bosses and enemies down so fast. And it's very satisfying as well. Look at this. Oh, that's a good one. What else we got? But hey, all good developers get, you know, their ideas from other ones, don't they? So, and as far as I'm concerned, Sweet Surrender had it well before ATF did. Right, let's find that sewer entrance. Now, as I said, I've played this a lot, so I'm quite familiar with the environments, with the enemies, how they work, how they react. I might spoil the hard mode for you later. It's a lot tougher. It's a lot tougher. So yeah, these ones are very good. These ones are good if you are just getting going. I don't pick these ones up anymore, but they will increase how many bars you can get health-wise. I mean, to be fair, we don't need explosives. We do, however. Ooh, I've got to have that. That'll get us killed later. Ooh! Oh, that's useful. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's see if I can not mess this up. Anyone seen that scene from, was it Alien Resurrection? Oh dear, but I didn't do it quite as well as that, but you could. I'm missing that grapple gun now. There is an upgraded version of this, which is one of the ones that they're looking into why it's not unlocking at the moment, which you can pick up, which is a multi-barrel variant of this, but it fires sticky grenades, and yeah, that has just as many problems as the original one does. Still got my shotgun, yes I have. Let's pop that away before we get ourselves killed, and let's find that sewer entrance before I die. So as you can see, these classes, once you've got them unlocked, can make the starting parts of the game even easier again. But rest assured, I know I might be making it look fairly simple. This gets harder. Let's go and have a look. I don't think it'll be in here. Loot. Oh, it is. Look at that. Nice one, Camille. Thank you very much for joining us. Better go and have a look then. So here we go with, so this is the latest edition. So we have the mines that we've seen, we have the slums that we've seen. Doing these pits, I believe, will get you to the next level, so they can be a little bit of a shortcut depending on where you find them. But there's some new enemies down here. There are some nasty enemies down here. Thankfully there's nothing in these tunnels. Got ladders now as well, which if you want to, you can properly climb them. But for comfort, what they've also added at the moment is the ability to just teleport up them. Oh, maybe that's another one as well. But we wouldn't go back up here anyway. On. These guys are probably the worst. I'm glad I've got a shotgun, because those guys are usually quite invulnerable from the front. And they burrow. I thought you died. Those shots that reflected, if they hit me, they'll hurt me. But there's also a lot of new mechanics as well. I haven't got a grapple gun. I can't get over there. I don't want to go in the green soup. I'll lower the drawbridge. Ooh, know what I was saying about stunning? Oops. Oh yeah, let's put that in a different one. So we will now, because of the upgrades that we have, we will now guaranteed stun on every shot. Now, secrets. Everybody likes secrets, right? Come on now, Nick. Did I lower the acid? Of course. Of course I lowered the acid in this room. So, this is definitely one of my favourite additions to this, because they have hidden, the dev team has hidden so much cool stuff about the place. But we still have to be careful, because if we drop into that, well, you won't die instantly, I don't think, but you will die, and you won't be able to get out unless you had a grapple gun, so don't fall off. Oh, the OP. The OP of getting that right at the start of the game. Careful, careful. Don't want to fall into the acid. There we go. The upgrades do only work on the hand you've put them on. However, if you have upgrades on both hands and you are gripping the weapon with both hands, all upgrades affect that weapon. So that's another one of the little comfort things that they've put in here as well, is you can just grip this with one hand, and if you're close enough, let go and it will teleport you to the top of the ladder. If you want to, you know, pull the realism away. Let's cover that secret up, make sure no one else gets the stuff that we left. Leave it nice and full for the next player who comes through. There we go. Yeah, destroyed the gun. They're probably not going to need that back either, are they? Good, good. On. If I can't have it, no one's having it. Could I use that as a shield? No, I won't let me pick it up. It annoys me because I thought that beeping might be something that I need to find. And I don't know what it is. I hope it's not a secret. I really don't, because it's confounded me so far. But yeah, where you see as a tip, top tip, where you see acid, it can usually be lowered. If you have any qualms about that, if you take a walk in the acid, you will take a bit of damage and then a little bit more damage over time. But if you can walk in that, then it can't be lowered any further. Yeah, these pits aren't anywhere near as dangerous, but they are more dangerous. Oh, Nick, excuse me, gang, just a little bit of beta testing. Now, I'm 6 foot, and I feel that those are a little bit low, and there are a few of them. I was going to report this one in the beta chat, but I could do it here. I just find that a little bit low. I get the immersion and having to sneak under these, so I will leave that design decision to you if you want to keep them that low. I keep on banging my head, and I got some bruises. But it does all add to the immersion. So we've got our little SMG now with decent upgrades on it. Yes, very much so. Oops. I think there's a few of those. I'll note them as we're going on. But like, this is part of what I was saying. Even though this is a beta, it is so well polished, they were more than happy for me to show it off during the stream tonight, which is awesome. Shouldn't stand close to that barrel, dude. Slow-mo pistol. I do you faithful gather. You don't even have to press a button to engage the slow-mo. You just point, and it does all the work for you. Really good gun. Not particularly powerful, but with the right upgrades. But again, remember, its power is mitigated a little bit by the fact that it can only have 2 upgrades, and you can't grip these two-handed. Neither should you be able to, otherwise that would be ridiculous. That's what the two-handed weapons are for. Anyway, on. I love having infinite ammunition. Oh no. No. Spider bots. Goddamn spider bots. Jesus. Yes, sorry, I was listening to the chat then. Ah, you gotta love spider bots, haven't you? This is a room that I haven't seen before, and I thought I'd seen most. So again, we've got our valve system to manipulate, which will lower the level. These antidotes, if you get poisoned... Ooh! Well, that probably shouldn't have been that rewarding, but I'll take it. Yeah, that should have only been 1, but there's some extra ones in there. Hey, look, streamer's luck, what can I say? Now, the antidote is, it will cure you from your poison, from the acid and the acid effects. We're going to have to go back now. Could they have put in a little secret because we lowered the acid level? Maybe, maybe not. Not always. Yeah, the thing is with the spiders, if you check, you'll be fine. Yeah. But this is the thing, as I was chatting with as I've been chatting with the team, everything in these things are just little minors. I mean, that one's a bit of an ender for us. But there you go, this is what happens to betas, right? We unfortunately can't get through there, but never mind. We can take an acid bath. Let's try and run through. I don't think it's gonna let us through. Get back to the ladder. Antidote. Ooh, the antidote makes you immune to it for a little while. That's good. But not long enough. Let's have a look at another class, shall we? So, one of the things that you'll also see, let's have a look at the sniper class. You guys can pause it and have a look at the upgrades. You'll have the joy of unlocking all of this stuff. It's some of the tasks are, yeah, none of them are too grindy. Some of them require a little bit of skill. Start the grapple gun. Yep, cool. I'm happy with that. So let's have some robot faces in the chat. Headshots. So we'll go with, keep the grapple gun. We'll go for the revolver. Oh, do you want to see the medic, do you? Then we do the medic. Well, it does, but I spent a long time getting soaked in acid. So if I'd have put it on at the right time, it would have stopped me. So yeah, this will be the last key giveaway, guys. So get those robot faces coming in, so you've got a chance of winning it. If you've already won one, I mean, put a robot face if you really want to, but you can't win again. Tell you what I will do, just as a little spoiler, the lunatic doesn't have anything. These are all the medic bits and pieces. Again, if you want to go back and have a look at those, you can pause it and do that in your own time. These ones are the Grenadier ones. Again, you can go and have a look back at all of those later. And then those are all the sniper ones as well. So what do we want to see? A little bit of the medic. So the medic automatically starts off with extra health. And you get some cool armbands as well. Let's have a look. Let's go moderate increase in HP, increase all healing by 15%, and heal with every critical hit. So that will proc with that. So when we get a critical damage and heal with it, that'll heal us by more. And these are the sort of really cool, like, you know, it's a classic vampire build in that you are taking life off of enemies by doing specific actions to keep your own health going. In this game, that means that you don't have to have quite so much health items on you or about your person, which allows you to carry other things, which then, you know, carries on with the build. One thing I will do before we start this as well, there's leaderboards for all of this also. The Rebel one is just about the amount of gears that you collect as you are going. The Medic one is about not getting hit. Yeah, Vaughn, you're going to love the Medic. The Medic one is about not getting hit. I almost completed the game without getting hit, and I got shot, I think, by the second to last turret of the game. That was annoying. But I'm sure I'll get a 0 at some point. The Sniper run is where your speedrunners live, because we start with the grapple gun, and it's awesome. But if you fire the grapple gun in a room, you will trigger the room, which means you have to play it a little bit differently. The Grenadier is about explosive damage, so this one you take incredibly slowly and just blow everything up as much as you can. And then the Lunatic is again about speed. Level 5-1. Haven't seen that before. And then the other thing that they have as well is a daily run, which I will cover just quickly. Oh, what's that? Someone asking about Lunatic? The results with the Lunatic. There you go. Can't see the guy at the top, so I don't know where my time needs to be. I can get that down to the same as the Sniper, I would imagine, through various ways and means. But the other cool thing as well, daily run. Now, although this game doesn't have a multiplayer, and just like IDU, everybody asks for multiplayer, although it doesn't have a multiplayer, you do kind of have a way to compete with other people on a daily basis in a very fair way. The daily run will start you off as just the normal Rebel class, but everybody plays the same seed, and you get one go at it, and if you die, you're done. So now, like an idiot, because I was checking something out in the daily to make sure that I had the information correct, I started mine already. So we can't do that one. So yeah, I think we've had plenty of robot faces. So yeah, let the giveaway begin. That'll do for robot faces. But yeah, so the dailies are about gears collected, the dailies are about gears collected, how far you got, whether you completed the game, how you completed the game, how many gears you collected, and then all the dates are recorded there as well. So for instance, let's say, I don't know, I sent one of your messages, I've just been on Sweet Surrender. The one thing that I will say is the seeds always seem to be quite interesting, where you get really cool stuff to begin with, and then it's about how far you can get with it. But we could, on a given day, we could all play exactly the same run, and it'll stack us all up on a nice leaderboard, which is, as we said, done daily. So I think the request was on the Medic, so let's have a look at the Medic, and we'll go with a bit of a vampiric run. And you know when you're the Medic in this game, because you get sweet little crosses and little ambulance armbands. Oh, there's a better one than that. Congratulations, dude. There is one slightly better than Vampiric. Oh, I got it not so long ago. Hey, now there's a man that read the description. Good going. Let's have a look here. Where was it? I can't find it now. Long story short, there is one. Oh yeah, Nick. For 6 foot, even I have to get on my tiptoes to reach these. Just a little thing. There we go. Regeneration. So that, once it's in your hand, will just constantly heal you over time. Very overpowered. I have tried it and I don't think it works with the other healing items. Okay. Let's go and do a medic run. Start off with the Uzi. And lots of Healy stuff. And additional life. And because we've got that toughness on as well. Now remember, you have to earn all of these. You don't get them straight away. Yes! Guns solve all box and plant related issues. Okay. Let's go. Oh! One more thing, Columbo style. You'll see that this guy has opened these up. If you did, you'll get various challenges from this dude. He's a drill bot, and he will open up the shortcuts to the other areas of the game. So the mine we can go into normally. The slums we can now go into. The industrial zone is is the level after that, and then you've got the modern city. Because it's what I do, Von. I hope they do put multiplayer in, and then when I've messed it up, you can come in and tidy it up for me. There's a good lady. So let's go and have a look at the industrial zone, Crystal Maze style. But I'm not going to show you off too much. I'll just show you a little taster of how the levels change. Because I want to give you some surprises and some bits and pieces to check out if you look at this game. So again, we've got our save and quit functionality. This one is a lot more factory orientated. Who doesn't like an Uzi though, indeed. So the first thing that they introduce on this is quite cool. I don't know, I don't want to spoil this, because anybody else would just go straight down there and grab that, wouldn't they? This probably isn't a great room to start. I think we'll come back here. Now, the beauty of this level, and also bad thing, is it has an alarm system. And that alarm system, when it gets triggered, sets these off, and I swear it means that the enemies do increased damage. Now, that's quite useful. Not so much against them. Yes, if you had the shields, you could hold one on whilst regenerating the other. That guy's got a grenade launcher. That could only get us killed. Hello. Stealth mechanic! So, how to ruin said stealth mechanic. A multi-barrel grenade launcher sounds like it would do just the trick. So this, I mean, I'm not like a medical professional or anything, but I'd imagine what Salmi Games have done here is quite accurate. You know, so happy days. Maybe I should train to be a doctor. Oh, that's something. Now, what do we know about cracks in the wall, ladies and gents? You know, cracks in the wall needs solving. Da, 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 da. It's fantastic. I always go da 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 just because of Zelda and Link, but this is the 3rd level, so you'd expect to get this sort of kit. I can pick up grenade launcher now, and I thought you were going to ask, could I pick up grenade and throw it? And yes, I could. But yeah, I can pick up the grenade launcher. The only problem that we have in the beta at the moment is for some reason it's not working within the weapons rack. Now, you'll see that that robot is pretty tough. Let's see if we can solve his problem. Hey, fella. Yes! Wrench OP in the right hands. Stealthy hands. Stealthy medical hands. So you'll see that we're already starting to get what I think are rated as uncommon. A lot. Uzi, you're a thing of the past! One of the things that is very cool about the wrench is that you can store it within your pistol slot, which makes it very cool. I've got a lot of time for the wrench recently, because when I first started playing this game and I saw this, I was like, why would you even? I don't want to go run into dudes like this trying to hit them with a wrench. But if you use the stealth mechanics, this is really good. To be fair, you can use the stealth mechanics in combination with any gun. But the stealth mechanics, like, I think the wrench, you could hit people with that. I think these do more damage, as you've seen, and they've got a longer range as well. One of the other things I think I was saying about, I'll see if I can show it off later, but you could use this, because of the weight of it, to, say, one-handedly control a LMG to keep its recoil down, which, again, are these things needed in these games? No. Is it cool that they are in them? Yes. You're goddamn right it is, because it means people are paying attention to the details, and I love it. So let's see if we can hand this guy his lunch very quickly. Run, 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 run. I think I might have got him. I hope I got him. I don't want to really go at this guy with a wrench. Nope. Thankfully they're not too smart. Lovely. Trusty grenade launcher. Easy doors. Back to the wrench. Anyone call for a medic? Oh, something that is quite important to make sure you do with these. Sift through the wreckage. Those big guys do drop gears. Huh? Yes! Loot. Not always, though. Oh, I'm sure you must. Yes! There we go. Swing and a miss first time, but never mind. We made up for it. Right, where else should we go and medic? Oh, I know what we could do. If I didn't throw it too far away. Oh, why did I cast it away in vain? There, you'll do. Anyone seen that Indiana Jones movie, The Temple of Doom? Oh, didn't do it. Ah! Don't think this is going to help us. Not a problem. Still plenty of health. At least you can flee from the big ones. That helps. You can do that, but I messed it up a little bit, as you see. It does work. but you don't put them down at the same time because you just run the risk of grabbing the gun by accident when you put it down to the pressure plate. Oh, this guy gets it. He's got a shield. That guy got it. He had a shield. Now, grenade launchers do look really good, but they often go horribly, horribly wrong. They do have the added advantage of you don't need to carry explosives around with you to unveil all the secrets in the game, which is awesome. Hello, Fee. These are all just risks. This is a risk. But it's a great weapon. Oh, we want that on. Let's go with that one. Let's put this in those paces. That's a lot of robots. Looks like a job for a medic. Shh. Let's go around this way. What do we say when we attack the robots? Medic! No! Fail! Right, probably gonna need that grenade launcher. Ooh, that hurt. Now, I don't know if you realise or not, but that was 2 hits. Or, no, maybe 3. I'm not doing so healthy. We have no health. Oh, it's really good. Oh, Faye, why weren't you here earlier? They've given all the games away. I would highly recommend it. It's a very cool little game. That's just going to give us more problems. No, I can't afford to do that if I'm going to go any further. One of the things that's very cool about this level, and is a great place to start if you want to start a little bit later in a run. Ooh. That's going to be difficult to get through. If I can medic that guy correctly. Medic! 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 I mean, it's technically a medic, isn't it? Because they're robots and I'm a wrench. Or I have a wrench. Probably just not using it as well as I should. That is a good point. Yeah, I do. But not with a wrench. It is, yeah. But it's not just ooh. I mean, no. Where is it? Where is it, Nick? Is it? Must be up. He must be talking about up there or something. No way could it be under the lift. That wasn't quite so good. EMP grenades slow everything within their blast, which is very cool. I know. Yes, I know all your secrets. Most of them, except that beeping noise. I don't know what that means yet. Yes, it's a rogue light because it has progressional elements now within the class system. Although this game works on a seeding basis, in the this is a proper one in regard to the fact of something like IDU. Instead of the level being pre-designed, the rooms are pre-designed and then bolted together. So this is proper procedural generation. What we have in IDU is kinda, but not quite. This is proper. Let's see if we can survive. You know, I don't think we're getting criticals if the grenade launcher is a problem. Loot. Any more? Doesn't look like it. Oh, destroying these generators as well also triggers the slow-mo effect to quite a large radius as well, which is very cool. Oh, I wish there was some more health. But it doesn't matter because I'm showing levels. Oh, it's just this guy left, wasn't it? That's not going to critical. We could just carry on. No, let's die. I'll show you the very last level. Now, as long as you stay far enough away from these guys, they've got a chase to get you. They've also got a power core on their back. He got a little confused. That power core is their weak point. If you can shoot them in that, more often than not, it'll half health them, quarter health them. Woo, loot. Right, let's go and have a look at another level because I don't want to show off too much. Ow. Anyone want to see a different class? Let me know. So we've had a look at the medic. We've got the grenadier, and I don't think we've done the sniper yet either. So I'll have a quick wet of water, and you guys can tell me what you want to see next. Yeah. Yeah, so that's maybe, I don't know, I was going to kind of say a lunatic run. And I think everyone wants to see the sniper. Yeah, Econ, you're right on the art style as well. The other thing is it's really easy on the eyes. This is one of those games that I feel like I can play for a very, very long time. Amnu, as far as the full procedural, it is in that the rooms are designed and the enemy placements and spawns within them can be shuffled a little bit, but then also the loot can be in various places. Including the gears and the crates and so on, but then all the rooms are bolted together to give you the level. Like for instance, I could quite happily tell you now that I've probably done 500 runs of this, and I'll have never seen the same configuration on the same section of any level ever, just because that's how it is. The only way that I could see the same configuration with somebody else is if we were all playing the daily run. No worries, dude. Thanks for dropping by. I'll do a quick look at the sniper. And then, what we like for battery? So we've been going a good 2 hours. Yeah, I think a lunatic run would be a good way to end it. So let me show you the last level. I didn't want to show you guys too much, but what can I say? I've got carried away. Let's go with successful headshot kills reload the weapon. Can't hit anything with the revolver, so I probably shouldn't take that. But you wasted on the sniper rifle. Actually, let's take the revolver and the grapple gun. Let's see how we do with that. So yeah, as I say, once you've got all of those unlocked, those are then things that you can start with. Yeah, definitely. Definitely that. Cool. Now, I don't expect to last very long in the modern city with a revolver and a grapple gun, but hey, God loves a trier. The grapple gun's actually quite good in the city because, again, it's another vertical level. and there's lots of little hidden secrets all over the show. And again, the music changes to a little bit more futuristic-y of what we had in the first couple of levels. As I said, I've turned the music down a little bit because I didn't want it overpowering me too much. Good job they're not my boxes. So, with health bars like that, whew. Down. So, as you can already see, there are a lot of ways. Up there. Sort of. There are a lot of ways to play this game that are very cool. So you can do the whole sniper revolver. You could have like a two-handed weapon in this hand as well as the grapple gun in the other. And if you have that gorilla strength, then a two-handed weapon becomes a one-hander all of a sudden. The grapple gun is amazing, and I think it's why a lot of people like the sniper style, because of all of this movement that you can do and get the grapple straight away. Yeah, agreed. Don't think we're going to last very long here though, because everything is incredibly tough, and for me to move fast I need to fire a shot. Let's try and deal with these first. Ow. Faster. I can't, I found this gun. So, you'll see what I'm doing here. Reminiscent of any other games? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can't hit those surfaces. Oh. Locomotion on this game is incredibly powerful, because again, enemies usually fire to either where you were, damn it, or where you're going. Bringing in a big one. So, ooh, no explosives. Let's go and have a look though. Well, there's explosives. So, again, the secrets can be used as other ways in to tackle harder areas in some of these locations. But if, as a general rule, kind of like with other games, if you can hit things but you don't get the prompt, then you can't grapple up to them. They're probably off of level anyway. Now, if I were a secret, I would be behind the bin. Da-da-da-da! Ooh. Busty. So now we can play a slightly different game, in that we can try and get up to somewhere. Oh no, not this one. We can try and get up to somewhere and snipe down on everything. Just one more way to play a fantastic game. And yeah, as I was saying previously as well, all of the upgrades, like for instance, if we'd have had that sniper rifle sooner. Come on. Grapple. There we go. If we'd have had that sniper rifle earlier, we would have been able to come up here and take everything up from the safety of down here, knowing that nothing can get up to us, which is always nice. Where are we going? That way. Ooh. Grapple and explosive. So if I remember rightly, if you put the explosive attachment, oh, we also get nice green armbands because we're a sniper. If you get the explosive attachment, the explosive upgrade, and it is for the grapple, as you hit with the grapple launcher, it would explode, if that's what you mean. But yes, you could, I mean, you could post a grenade whilst you're flying around on a grapple if you really wanted to. Oh, I could really do with that gorilla strength. That's just my cup of tea, that. Gorilla strength, LMG, with a grapple. Very good. Right, where are we going next? Let's go that way. Very good, Econ. So if we hit this power core, this is a powerful weapon, so it does an insane amount of damage to it. Now, let's see if we can deal with these guys from down here. That's probably going to take a while. Now, one of the things I did find... Oh, he see me. Now, you're not supposed to be able to do that, but... when have I played by the rules in any game? Oh, there's some really good loot up there, though, but I don't think I can survive another hit. Oh. Tried to exploit the system and I failed. Oh, yes. Yes, you could. Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear the barrel bit. So you could grapple explosive barrels to where you wanted them to, I believe, because I don't think they'll only take a tiny amount of damage. Well, I'll tell you what, let's test. That's the easiest way around it, isn't it? Because I'm sure we'll find some explosive barrels straight away in the mine. Yep. Let's go and have a look. They might blow up when you hit them with the grapple because it does do a little bit of damage. Yeah, where's that Pyvon? Right, let's pop that in there. That can go on there. Go on there. On we go. And then, yeah. Try this. And then I think it might be time for a lunatic run. Never really shot this at people. Missed. Yeah, so I think grappling those might have a negative effect. Can I do it with the Uzi? A little bit. Definitely do it with the LMG. It's brilliant. I've done it all the time. Controlling the recoil of a gun with another gun. So they don't have to be stealthed. Got shot by something. They don't have to be stealthed. For you to be able to hand-to-hand them. But it makes the hand-to-hand mechanic a lot easier. Come on. Come on. There we go. Terrible shooting on my part. Right, where's that barrel? You don't see me. Yeah, you can reload by up or down. Ow. Depending on your playstyle or what you've played recently. Yeah, not so much on there. On that one. I can't do it in the weapons room because holographic. Well, can't have everything. But yes, it does work. I'm going to point of testing it. I thought it was an awesome little detail. There we go. No, 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 no. Okay. This is either mighty brave or mighty stupid. It looks like it's going to be stupid. So yes, you could maneuver the barrels within reason to where you wanted to, because those don't do damage to them. However, you can also, I mean, you might not want to do this in combat, but I mean, you could be an idiot, so... Excellent, KT, that's what we want to hear. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in this game. You've got a lot to look forward to if you're just getting it and starting your journey. And these guys are constantly adding new stuff to it. And it's really, really good. Right, so. Yes, it does. The controls are... Yeah, well, you can definitely make a mess of the place, I'll give it that much. And ultimately, that's what you want, right? So, what we like for battery life. Little bit left. Well, I don't know if driving and watching a stream is particularly legal, but it's cool, I'll allow it. Although I claim no responsibility on anything that happens. So. Who is that who said that? Jump. Right, okay, yeah, of course Juniper's going to ask that. So, sniper. Elapsed time. Oh no, that's cool then, TT. And also, hello, welcome to the stream. 20 minutes, or under 20 minutes I've managed to complete this game. Skipping the sewers, and you can go very fast. If you've been watching, you'll have seen that as long as you don't alert anything in the room and you are fast, you can literally skip from room to room. If you path it correctly, take out certain enemies or bypass them, you can skip entire rooms. The problem with going for a time like that is having the weaponry to deal with the bosses. The bosses are almost like the caps where you have to do a little bit. Also, to get certain endings that then qualify your time, you have to do certain things within those speed runs. So yes, the speed run side of things is well catered for within the sniper style. And Lunatic as well. So on Lunatic, it took me an extra 20 minutes because you have to be even more careful. Right, Jerry, you want me to embarrass myself with a Lunatic run, I guess. So, yeah. So we've seen everything else. Rebel is what you start out with and allows you to unlock the other classes. Rebel has its own leaderboard as well, which is based on the amount of gears that you collect. So it doesn't matter about time, you go through steady, you go through carefully, you collect the gears. I will also note, because I only just found this out, it doesn't matter how many gears you spend, it's the gears collected through the game that counts. So you find all the loot, all the things, all the stuff, upgrade your character, get all the guns, buy all the things that you need, and it's the amount of gears that you collect on the way. I didn't even know there was that many gears in the game. So either I got a really bad seed or I suck at finding loot, and I know that's not true. Anyway, Lunatic was the order. Now, what I found is Lunatic requires a level of stealth that is probably beyond me. I'm tempted to take that in as a shield. But as a Lunatic, we do get 2 pistols and no upgrades and swanky new armbands. Lunatic, what could go wrong? Yes, that is the perfect rundown. Unless you play the medic like I was, where you are killing robots softly with a wrench. So, Lunatic is hard mode. These guys will alert faster, they hit harder, they have a lot more life, and I hope we don't see any of them. But there's new kinds of enemies as well, which are, again, faster, stronger. So look at that guy's health. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But it doesn't matter. He can have all the health in the world, but one sharp crack to the back of the medulla, and he's done. However, he's also looking down the way that I want to go. They're fast. If we can stay out of his line of sight. Yeah, it's like, I can recommend this game highly. When you get that Oculus 30 code, this is the one to use it on. It makes it's good value for money anyway, and it makes it even better. We all get those Oculus 30s through, and as I understand it, actually, Cheerio, you could tell me this, or Cheerio rather, Cheerio, you could tell me this. I'm assume that an Oculus 30 code doesn't hurt the developers, as in that's something provided by Oculus, and then that means we're still helping and supporting even though we're saving money. All your life counted for nothing. Those guys are fast if you let them get out of control. So if you can get from A to B without alerting anything, the door will stay open. I'll try and demonstrate. So you'll see that I moved from one room to another, and because I didn't alert any enemies, the doors didn't close, which then means you could speedrun anything. Speedrunning on Lunatic is already, and you can shoot in this room and you won't alert anything in the next room. Speedrunning on Lunatic is already catered for. That's what the leaderboards are for. Gotta check. They'll hide them. I don't really want to be getting into firefights that are going to take that long. I'll take it with me anyway, because it takes up a slot that we've got spare. I only had another one recently. That was close. Okay, we'll have to go. Oh, we dealt with all of them. Nope. Thank God you didn't have much life. Would have been nasty. Yeah, it does depend on how much money you spend, I think. So if you are regularly buying games all the time, then they won't send you a code. But if you've bought something and haven't bought anything for a while, I think they will. Or they'll send them more often. I didn't have one for quite some time, and then I got one through the other day. I'm trying to think what I bought with it. Probably Resi 4. I don't know if they changed it or not. I'm pretty sure the grappling gun, when you fire it, would be the same as firing a shot in a room, so it would alert enemies. But yeah, you can quite easily move with the teleport if you're fast and you're precise all the way through a room very quickly, and you can get from A to B. The problem with doing that in a Lunatic run is they get alerted a lot faster. Because they get alerted a lot faster, you have to be either... that could be useful. You have to be either a lot more precise, a lot more stealthy, or a bit of both. You also, as you'll see what I'm doing now, have to pick up plenty of kit and weaponry along the way, otherwise there is no chance you will do just the first boss. Although, now that the sewers are in the game, that might be an easier shout. God, he's well interested in that box. I'll go round. Don't know why I'm whispering, he's a stupid robot, he can't hear me. Now, the problem with those boxy robots is I can't hit him and take him straight out because I can't get his critical. But that did the job. These are awesome for getting life back. Drop them in a big room and you get loads. There we go. Oh, if you buy this, no, it isn't the Steam version, is it? No, it would be the Rift version that you would get the Quest version unlocked for free. I'm sure that was this game. I can't remember. But yeah, I rarely play PC VR myself anyway. My PC isn't not up to much. And so what it is up to, I don't play because I don't want to ruin experiences for myself by going to PC VR and then potentially not being able to go back. Now, a lot of these turrets in these later modes, the ones that track you, thankfully these ones don't. Yeah, I think that is the, I think it's part of the Steam VR sale side of things. We haven't lost any life yet. I want to keep that leech grenade. I don't want to keep that. So you'll already see that I'm playing this a lot more slow and carefully because I'd rather not get killed by things because it happens so quickly. Alright, let's get some grip. You can also teleport jump mid-fall as well, which you can manipulate. Oh, I definitely saw. Where did that one go? There it is. Falling into lava, getting gears like that. Quick check, make sure there's no more. See, do we need to be able to move these boxes around? No. Have the developers put gears in little hidey holes and little hidey places to make sure that we have to? Yes, they have. Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. We're going to need that stun. We're going to need that stun to make the boss easier. Now, if I'm right, I think... Yeah, the cloud PC is something... It's not a nice opener, is it? It's something I might have to look at in the future. But I kind of like all the games that are native because that's the experience that I've always wanted from the Quest. Yes, yeah, extra expense a month. And yeah, it's a little bit more developed, but I don't know about you guys. Like the best games that I've played on this have never been anything. They're all mind-blowing to begin with. It's the gameplay you want. Good gameplay loops. Good gameplay loops, good mechanics, things to keep you interested, nice clean graphics, things that don't hurt the eyes. We can get all of these things. Yeah, like, for instance, I don't think I would have the connection to be able to... Didn't see him. I don't think my connection's very good, and I don't think I'd have the connection to, say, do a Shadow PC side of things and VR. this could get dicey. There's a lot of them. God, they're fast. Let's get that dealt with. I'll tell you what, if I see the sewer entrance, I might have to actually take it. Graphics card prices are slowly dropping as everybody stops mining cryptocurrency. That's an explosive one. Those turrets, when they explode, do damage. Just so you know. Take that as we go. That was an unnecessary hit. So yeah, again, I'm not doing the stealth side of things because I'm not trying to speed run it. So we could, one of the things that you could do in this, hey dude, thank you for dropping in again. Yeah, with everything happening with cryptocurrency and graphics cards and mining not being so much a thing, they are going to start coming down in price a little. So something else that we can do, we can use this hand to carry additional, and you could drop them in rooms before you engage within that room if you wanted to take maximum firepower in but keep these things with you. Part of them getting stunned does involve them spinning around or even T-posing and flying around the place, which is hilarious. Right. If we're going sewers on bye-bye rifle. Hello, assault rifle. Don't need that. In we go. Now, can I survive my battery life? What dies first, me or the headset? Probably the headset. No. Do like a good assault rifle run. Gotta check. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. So yeah, they do make you check. They don't always hide things. But there's some things. And it is nearly always really good stuff. Don't need to expand the mag. Let's put the overclock in. Here we go. Moderately increase. I'll take that over stabilizer. There we go. So we're now faster firing, stun chance, critical explosions, and a medium chance to stun. Not bad. Now all we've got to do is survive. Well, that's going to hamper me a little bit. I'm going to have to go a different way. Oh, thankfully it's not the exit. Is there a stairwell up? Well, that one looks fine. So these are the little, so I've lowered the level, revealing a doorway with a room with gears and loot. What we got? Speed. There you go, speed runners. Although your teleporting's faster. Don't need those. There we go. Let's go and try that button again. Got a good feeling about that button. No, I'm not risking it. You can stick your secret. Kind of different way. Huh, did that just do what I think it's doing? Okay. Good job I came back. I don't need any of those anyway. Red for go, green for the way back. Or whilst trying not to fall into the acid. And those guys. Another cool feature is you can actually shoot the legs off of them, which then just makes them a lot harder to track you down, so even if you do mess up your shots, it doesn't have to be a fatal one on them. I think that guy might just chill out on the wall for now. Oh, I heard a chest open. Now, do make a point of checking. Yes, we can get back up. Ooh. Don't need that. Ooh. Nope. So you'll see that I am taking things a lot more slowly and a lot more cautiously in the lunatic side of things. That one's really good for stealth. Oh, I wonder if there could only be anything down there. Let's go! Slightly more damage. No, I'll stick to my moderate rate of firepower. Although I think we should be made to climb the ladders, I do appreciate being able to do it with one hand. Because I don't have to let go of this. And if I'm right, we'll actually skip the boss this way. We do a slightly harder level. And there we go. Straight into the slums. So yeah, I think unless we've got any, because I'm getting very low on battery life, unless there's any final requests on anything that you would like to see that may help sway you get in this game or considering it in the future, let me know quick in the chat and I'll go and do it fast. Otherwise, I should be saving using the new save and quit feature, and I'll keep my progress. Unless I die. That wouldn't happen. Where's he going? Really far away. There's another robot. Oh. Yeah, I'm not messing with that one. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna have to trigger him. He's gonna get himself stuck. Whew. What a decent secondary. Lovely. We're going to take that with us, I think. Yeah, yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I'm hoping to do for you, is playing games that I've had at least a bit of experience on, just so that I can really show them off to their full potential, because I think this is a fantastic game. So, right, thank you all very much for joining me this evening. Your attendance has all been noted. Congratulations to those of you who partook and won within the giveaway. This has been Silver Tongue Devil introducing you to Sweet Surrender. Thank you, everybody. Good night.